You are now watching the new episode of iMallyTV. I've been drinking and the streets have been talking, so this is gonna be fun. Let's get into this. So my Birmingham streets have been talking this week, and to be honest, I'm not quite impressed with what's been going down. So earlier on this week, I think it was at the start of the week, it was announced, but it was revealed that some girl, can't remember where she was from, she came to Birmingham, was on a night out, she decided to say some racial slurs to the bouncer of the club or the bar. I think it was a bar. I don't even recognize where she was. I was like, where's that? And I've been born and bred in Birmingham. I was like, where is that? Homegirl, her name is Sharna Walker. Homegirl got upset because the bouncer wouldn't let her back into the club or the bar. So she thought it was okay to call him a nigger. And I'm just very conscious that I think for the past 3 videos, I've spoken about race, and this is not something that I want to continue talking about all the time. I'm aware that this happens on day-to-day business, but you know what? I'm not here to be depressed and oppressed, okay? But this I just cannot shake. So homegirl called him a nigger. Somebody video recorded it and it was plastered all over Instagram. Like I said, the streets have been talking. So it hit the shade borough, all hell broke loose. She had to delete her Instagram profile, and because she was receiving a lot of backlash for what she said. And the funny thing about it is she released a little, she got arrested and she released a little note or a little statement or whatever. And in this statement, the fucking gag is homegirl can't fucking spell. But in this statement, she's talking about, and this is what I need you guys to focus on. She was saying that she's not racist because she's dated black men and she has black friends. Okay, sis, that does not mean that you're not racist, okay? Because, you know, how close are you with these friends, and are you currently dating this black man that you speak of? And another thing, I just need black men in general to be educating these girls that you're sleeping with. Like, I'm all here for interracial relationships. Like, my relationship alone is an interracial relationship. However, you need to educate the girls that you're sleeping with, because you can't be dating a girl and she's calling you beautiful to your face, but then behind your back, she's calling you a nigger. As soon as she gets drunk, she's calling you a nigger. This is not acceptable. So please, black men, if you're going to be dating anybody outside of your race, you need to educate them and make them be aware that it is not okay for them to call another black person nigger, whether you're drunk or not. You need to be educating them, because it's okay for you to be putting your dick in their vagina, but they need to also know the boundaries of what is entering into their vagina. Okay? That's what I have to say. But anyway, homegirl can't spell. She released this whole press release. She released this whole statement talking about how she's not racist and how she's really sorry and how people need to leave her alone and she feels really terrible, blah, blah, blah. But then there's another thing that I need to just shed light on. Like, I'm preaching to the choir today. This is not the first time that this has happened to black men, black women, black workers, even Asian people as well. People basically who are not white. This is not the first time that there has been racial abuse to people that are serving people or doing things that are clearly classed as lower class jobs. It's not the first time that they've received abuse. Let's talk about the hooligans. Let's talk about the hooligans. Let's talk about football hooligans that like to shout racist slurs to football players. Let's talk about that, huh? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how when white men get drunk and when they're in the pub, how they like to call black people niggers as well. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. The one thing that I have to commend the police and obviously Birmingham West Midlands police for is that they've banned her from entering Birmingham. Well, whoop-de-doo, but there needs to be still something more that needs to be done, because clearly people think it's okay for, if they get drunk, they can still call people nigger. Like, it needs to be stamped into people's minds that if you do a racial slur, you're about to catch a fucking sentence. I feel like something needs to be done more drastically for people to get the message that you cannot just be throwing words like nigger, packy, all them kind of things, that you can't be throwing those words around all willy-nilly and not reap the consequences. So I just feel like something else needs to be done. I'm oppressed and depressed talking about race. It's something that I, myself, and all my fellow brothers and sisters have to fight on a day-to-day basis. So you know what? I'm done. I'm tired. I hope I'm not coming up on here next week talking about fucking race, because I don't fucking want to. Here we go. Here I said that I didn't want to come here talking about race, but then there's another story that clearly sheds some light on race. So Russ Millions got pulled over by the police this week. Honestly. So he was on Russ Millions. If you don't know who Russ Millions is, he's the guy that currently has a #1 track on the UK singles chart. You know, how does that song go? He's got that body song. How does it go? That's it. So yeah, he's got that song, English Girl Named Fiona. I'm so fucking drunk. Anyway, he's got that song that's #1 on the UK charts. So police pulled him over and was like, they've been told that there's been an incident with this car. Obviously, it's a nice car. And so he's on Instagram Live. He's like, why are you pulling me over? They're like, we've been told that there's been an incident with this car. And he's like, I ain't done anything. I've literally been on Instagram Live. I'm just chilling in my car. And they were like, well, we need to search the vehicle, blah, blah. And he's like, do you know who I am? And the police officer was like, no, I don't care who you are. You just need to get out of the car and let me search the vehicle. And obviously, it's a little bit funny, but it's not funny at the same time. Russ obviously cooperated, and obviously they must have not found anything. But at the same time, this is racial profiling, because the police pulled him over because obviously it's a black man driving a nice vehicle. They're like, hold on a second, what's he doing driving that vehicle? It's either stolen or drug laundering or money laundering or whatever. Obviously, he's saying, I'm a rap star, like I've got a #1 record. Police officer was like, I don't fucking care. To him, it's just another black man shotting drugs, making money, making illegal money, and they need to take this man off the streets. That's all they fucking saw. And this is what I mean by we are oppressed and depressed. And I hope I do not come up on here for another week talking about race, because I don't fucking want to. Bring back my girls. Drag Race All-Star 6 is fucking back. It's going to be premiering on Paramount Plus. Can we just shed some light on why RuPaul is bouncing All-Stars and Drag Race shows from network to network to network to network? Like, first of all the All-Star series was on WOW, which is his drag phenomenon, and then it was put on Netflix. Like 2 seasons of All-Stars was put on Netflix. Now it's going over to Paramount Plus. Like, I cannot keep up. I would rather it just be on Netflix, which is just a general brand for me, so I can just not go anywhere and pay money for other things. But it's going to be on Paramount Plus. The Queens, now if I'm going to be honest with you, like, I genuinely forgot who some of the queens were, apart from Big Mouth. I've forgotten her name. That's her name, Silky. Apart from Big Mouth Silky, that's the only one that I really recognize. Like, I recognize some of them, but I don't remember how good they were or if they deserve to be on All-Stars. But obviously all of them must deserve to be on All-Stars to be put through. So, you know, this is going to be very interesting. Definitely look out for me, because I'm going to be reviewing the episodes, hopefully if they come on before a Friday, because I record the YouTube every Friday. So if the show airs on a Friday or a Saturday, honestly I can't review it, it's just going to be too late. But if it airs on a Thursday or any day before then obviously, you know, I got your back, because I'm going to be bringing back the girls, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be bringing back my motherfucking girls. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited. I actually will pay for the Paramount Plus subscription if it is going to be on there, because I actually want to see this season. And yeah, let's see what the girls have got to bring. So over on the music side, New Music Friday has been absolute dead this week, like completely dead, like dead up dead. However, there is a few tracks that I feel like you guys need to listen to, and I would like to give my review on it. So Aitch has released a new single called House and Garage, and for me, this was New Music Friday. It's a nice vibe. It's got that garage vibe, that UK vibe. It's something different that he hasn't really done before. So I definitely think that you guys should listen to that. It's been added onto my playlist, iMally UK Spring 2021. Only available on Spotify. So if you haven't listened to the song yet, go listen to the song. And also follow my playlist. There is over 70 tracks on there, and they are all bops, according to moi. Okay. So yeah, Aitch's new song, House and Garage, definitely something that you need to listen to this week, Friday. I feel like it's a nice vibe. I feel like everyone can relate to this. You'll like it if you like garage. You'll like it if you like rap. You will like it if you like house. Get into it. I feel like it's the only track that is worth listening to this week. So Miss Banks also released her new single as well. And for me, it's just, I don't know, like it's very drill for Mrs. Banks, which is a little bit different for her. I feel like it's more drill. She does come through a little bit hardcore with some of her bars, but I feel like this is definitely more drill. It features someone, and I can't remember his bloody name, but it features someone. I'm telling you, I've had too much to drink, you know. So anyway, it features someone. But yeah, for me, it's just missing. Like, I definitely want Miss Banks to win. The last hit that she had is Snack, and that's a song that she's mostly known for, but she hasn't had a song since Snack that she's known for. Novikov could have been that track as well. That wasn't too bad. But I feel like this one, maybe it's just dedicated to the man them, and maybe to the gal that are kind of man them. Maybe it's just dedicated to them. But for me, I feel like this is just missing. It's just missing. Like, I feel like she's just missed the mark. Miss Banks is going to be at Birmingham Gay Pride. So ideally, if Gay Pride still happens, ideally, I still would want her to release like a hit that everyone can vibe to other than Snack. But I don't know. Right about now, she just seems to be missing. Like, I don't think I'm going to listen to this song again. And that's just me being real. And then also, a little bit of a shock, to be honest. Like, when I saw this on New Music Friday playlist, I was like, oh, okay. So DMX has released a new album. Obviously, rest in peace, DMX. And one of the songs that has been promoted heavily is a track with him, DMX, Jay-Z, and Nas. And you know, when I was listening to this, I was like, you know what? This is actually not bad. It's been produced by Swiss Beats. And you know what? I really have to give it to Jay-Z, because his verse is one of my favorite verses on the track. And I'm going to be honest with you, drag me for filth or not. But to be honest, for me, Jay-Z just doesn't always hit for me. Like, he doesn't always seem to hit the spot for me. I'm just being honest. Like, whether you're married to Queen Bee or not, like, me personally, I mean, I don't always vibe to Jay's verse like that. Just being honest. But this one, he seems to hit the nail on the head with this one. So go listen to DMX's new album. Go listen to the new track with Jay-Z and Nas, produced by Swiss Beats. You just might like it. So this week, guys, it was the anniversary of George Floyd's death, which set major riots around the world, mainly in America, but everywhere was rioted. And I just wanted to I just wanted to talk, I just want to talk about my experience when this whole thing was happening. Like, it was all over the news and it was everywhere. Like, you couldn't escape it. And for me, this is what I mean by earlier on within the video about being oppressed and depressed, because to me, I just saw it as another black man that has been killed by police. And obviously, this one set the world on fire, so it was just everywhere. And so even I felt oppressed being a black man, and it also makes subconsciously you're automatically thinking another black man. I'm a black man. It's unsafe for me. I have to be very careful about how I act and the way how I behave in public, because all people are going to see is a black man. And so that was one of my experiences. And I remember when there was people were going out for marches and, you know, etc., etc., etc. I remember how I felt, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I genuinely wasn't going to go. I wasn't going to go to any of the parades, any of the marches. I wasn't going to go because I saw what was happening in the media, and I saw how the police was reacting. And I was like, I don't want to be arrested, or I don't want police to even put their hands on me. Like, I just don't, like, I didn't want to place myself in that kind of environment. But then at the same time, I was like, I need to fight for my right, because I myself have been oppressed. I myself have been racially profiled. I myself has received racism. So it's only right that I just start to make a change and just be there to show that, yeah, we need to make a stand, that this is not right. And I'm glad I went. Like, even though I doubted it before, and even though I was scared to go, I still went. And I'm glad I went. Like, the feeling that I had after when I went, I was like, I stood up for my right. I stood up for my people. I stood up for my cousins. I stood up for my brother. I stood up for my dad. I stood up for everybody else. I stand. And even till this day, racism still has a long way to go. But George Floyd, I feel like this has definitely made a major impact. Also, I posted Tupac's changes on my Throwback Tuesday on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, people, at iMallyUK. So I posted changes, and I was reading the background of this song, and I didn't realize, because Changes was released when I was a young boy, and I didn't realize that he was talking about police brutality, racism, growing up in the ghetto, poverty. Like, he was talking about this back in 1992. We're now in 2021, and this shit is still happening, and it just really sheds light that nothing really ain't changed. But I really do hope that a change is gonna come. I don't know when, and I don't know how, but I really hope that a change is gonna come. But let me say this, I'm tired of talking about race. So I don't want to come up on here in the next 2 weeks talking about race. And I know that's my decision. I know that I come up on here and decide what I want to talk about. But if the streets have been talking and it's the hot topic on the streets, then obviously I'm going to bring it to you. But I don't want to be up on here talking about race. So everybody just needs to get their act together and get it the fuck together. I think I need to drink more often. I love you for watching. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Follow me on Instagram at iMallyUK. Follow me on Twitter at iMallyUK. Follow me on Spotify. Well, search for me on Spotify. Search iMallyUK. And it's the iMally UK Spring 2021 playlist. I love you for watching. Thank you for watching. And you shall see me here next week.